He didn't even tip me. When really, it's like he made out like a bandit. Like a big dick bandit. $60.
Big dick bandit.
Big dick.
You know I want those business cards now. Richard Big Dick Bandit. Pass that out at like official places too.
Yeah, go to like investment auctions or whatever they call them, and just hand out business cards to every important looking person in there.
If they're wearing a suit, they're getting a card.
Oh yeah.
Richard Big Dick Bandit. Is this for real? You fucking know it is. And ask your wife if you're not sure.
Mm-hmm. She already knows.
She knows.
I gave her this card 2 weeks ago.
And I gave her more than a card 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't think you'd be in there for very long.
No?
Probably not.
No.
I get beat up.
Something bad.
Something bad, but it would be so much fun. I mean, you're not having a good time unless you get thrown out of fancy places. Fancy places, you gotta get thrown out of.
That's right. I don't really fit anyway.
No, not really.
It's like they can eye you. Like in movies, you know, when people aren't like supposed to be there, they're eyeballed immediately. Like, I know you don't belong. That's kind of how I feel when I go into fancy restaurants and shit. They're like, you don't know what to do here, do you? I'm like, nope.
You just rented that suit.
Now that's a restaurant I want. A fancy one that like calls people out.
Mm-hmm. Like the waiter comes out automatically. It's like, sir, do you have the funds to pay for this meal? Mm-hmm. No.
I assure you I do. You're bullshit. Like your accent. Yeah. You caught me, dick.
Damn it.
That's when you dine and dash, leave your business card. Big Dick Bandit. Strikes again.
Works every time.
What do you think the American response be to aliens landing and wanting to speak to our leader?
Get the fuck out.
That's about right.
And get out of here and, you know, take your fancy shit and go other ways. Something about, yeah, well. And that's also if the government turns out to be redneck.
I hope it is.
I mean, pretty much. You would think so.
You think they land in Arizona, that's probably what they'd get. Like to speak to your leader. Listen here, aliens. Don't want none of your kind. Get on out of here, get in your fancy spaceship. Get the hell out.
Don't take none of my cattle either.
Don't take none of my cattle. I think they try and prod the aliens. You're mine now, little boy.
Like some weird sex delicacy. Giant cows and maybe chickens.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, you definitely don't hear about enough chicken abductions.
Why is that?
That's just because they don't want you to know the chicken abductions. I gotta stop thinking about chickens on the day. Get my dick hard.
I hate that. If you think about chicken, all of a sudden you're harder than hell. Harder than I-beam right now thinking about chicken.
Why?
That's a daily struggle.
Sweet sucking chicken.
Especially the chicken we make here.
No.
That's not how that goes.
No.
Hey, you got any big Thanksgiving plans?
Nah. Turkey and drugs.
Turkey and drugs.
Turkey and drugs. I mean, you can't get any better than that. You just can't.
What the fuck?
Don't scream America.
Oh, it screams America. It definitely does.
Oh, man, I feel really white trash saying that.
The country feels really white trash being that.
But it's okay.
It's okay. We're not North Korea.
Do they eat turkey on Thanksgiving?
I think they eat people. They got a food shortage. They got a shit ton of people. You do the math.
I mean, it's a smart thing to do.
It's the only thing to do.
Gotta control the population somehow. Actually, do you think they eat children or adults?
Well,
you would have to say adults because, you know, they have more meat. But children because they put up less of a fight.
that's fair.
I mean, it's kind of got to go either way. I mean, like, main course is probably a good, hearty, like, 185 male. And then, I don't know, probably I would have to say the entree to the appetizer would probably be an 8-year-old girl.
I know there ain't no one over there that's a man weighs 185 pounds. Unless that man there is the one eating the food, I suppose. I don't know.
It's true. Those little buggers are pretty small.
You think there'd be an industry for stilts for little people? Or is that like an arrogant point of view saying that they'd want to be as tall as we are? Maybe we're just like tall and they're regular size. What's the standard there?
I don't know. See, like that brings up a good point. As long as you're open minded, you can pretty much call it whatever you want to. But I would like to say I'm a little bit more than average. So for them, they would have to be most definitely below average. So that would make them not normal.
I don't think that was a necessary point to make. That's my problem.
Well, if you want to go there, I mean,
Kind of do.
in all ways. So, I mean, there are many ways to be average and not average and above average. But all that counts is that you're above average in the right ways.
Kept saying average makes me think of like average Joe. You think that like the Joes of the world feel a lot of weight and pressure to be more than average? Just to get out of that stigma of average Joe? I'd hate to be named Joe just for that. Joe Trap, I apologize wherever you are. Average Joe. Who decided that?
Or like the Cup of Joe. I mean, do you think ever a man named Joe's ever been wanting to be, put in a cup and served as a hot, warm treat?
I like to imagine there was an angry chef one day. His name was Joe. And someone wanted some coffee. And they wanted it bad. And he said, I'll give you a cup of Joe. I mean, they were out of cream probably.
I was just gonna go there. I mean,
Yeah,
a cup of Joe ain't nothing about without Joe's cream.
that's what I'm saying. A little half and half.
We're talking about semen here, right?
We're not talking about seaweed, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Suddenly, I don't really want to trust coffee. That's why I drink it black. I drink coffee black. I don't trust the additives.
No.
Not from like a GMO standpoint, just from like a, I don't trust cooks, as I am one.
I don't trust either.
That's fair. That's smart.
I've been told, actually. Like, I don't trust that Rick guy, and everybody's been like, that's a good idea, I mean, pretty shady character.
That's right.
I don't know what he's doing to them pizzas.
No one does.
That's the beauty of it, actually. What they don't know won't hurt them until like 10 years from now.
Gastrointestinal issues, I had nothing to do with that. Hoink.
No. He's like, I've been eating Hobie's pizza all week. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Anyone that chooses to have pizza all week, that's their own fucking fault.
I'm out this bitch in a little while.
Yeah, rub that in.
Waxing it on.
Yeah.
Waxing it off.
I'll be waxing it off later. That didn't sound right. Except for that's entirely how I meant it, but...
I mean, you have said before, a hand job is a man's job.
Hand job's a man's job. That's just one of the only facts of life that you can 100% prove. Like the female doesn't understand, you just can't grab it and just go to town. It's called chafing, friction, pain, and pain. Just stop. Just stop.
Just don't work.
Don't work. Hand job is a man's job. Alright? That's where I'm home alone. Just feeling it.
Now, let's get this straight. Just because a hand's job is a man's job does not mean that other man need to be giving other man a hand.
Whoa!
That does not mean nothing like that.
No.
No. I don't want to hear no stories about another man getting another man's hand job just because it's a man's job.
No, the best you do is you sit on your hand, right? And wait till it goes all numb. And then you use your numb hand to go at it, and it's called the stranger.
I thought your left hand was a stranger.
Well, unless you're left-handed, right? But if you sit on your hand and it goes numb, you don't feel anything. It's like another man's giving you a job. You know it's another man because it feels right.
Right. I mean,
but you don't feel it with your hand. It's like the most intimate, sensual thing you can get.